Mr. Clement, would you like to join? Sixth annual HBCU Dean Faculty Development Seminar, part of the OFC Venture Challenge program. It's always a pleasure to see all of you again every year and in between. But this is particularly important this year because Stanford and MIT both are focusing on the technology aspects of the entrepreneurship. And the first presenter this morning will be Tom Byers, who is the author of the Technology Venture book. He will be coming in shortly. But before that, I would like to introduce who all of you know, Dr. Edward Davis, who is the former dean of the business school at Clark Atlanta University and one of my favorite teachers. He was my first teacher in the U.S. when I first came in. I'm not going to tell you when, but it's more than 20 years. So he is going to be the chair of the session. So for next 2.5 days, he will coordinate this session. And so without any further ado, I'm going to hand over this to Dr. Davis, and he will follow the program and guide all of us through this program. Again,
welcome you back for some of you who've been here before, and welcome those who are here for the first time. We're really happy that you decided to join with us. We know that it's always busy and you could be doing other things, so we really thank you for this very, very important seminar. I'd like to bring up in a moment to greet you Mr. Bill Clement. Bill is the chairman and CEO of Dobbs Rams & Company, which is a systems integration company that provides comprehensive turnkey information technology services and solutions in the area of computer design, computer systems design, development, integration, implementation, and support. He is the vice chair of the board of directors of Atlanta Life Insurance Company, the nation's largest stockholder insurance corporation owned and managed by African Americans. He is a trustee of the Maynard Jackson Youth Foundation and board member of Inroads Atlanta. He is a former chairman of the board of the Atlanta Business League here in Atlanta and a former vice chairman of the Atlanta Chamber of Commerce. Bill received his BA from Morehouse College and his MBA from the Wharton School of Business. He has studied international business of the London Business School. Bill is a board member of OFC, and Bill has been with us since the inception. I'd like to bring to you Mr. Bill Clement. His full biography is on page 15 of your book.
On behalf of the Opportunity Funding Corporation, I'd like to extend to each of you a very special welcome to the 6th Annual Dean and Faculty Development Seminar. I am here actually this morning as a substitute, Ed, for our esteemed Chairman, Jesse Hill, Jr., who most of you know. Mr. Hill is unable to be with us today. And as many of you know, he has had some medical challenges, but he is doing well and sends his warm regards to each and every one of us. For the last 30 years, the Opportunity Funding Corporation has been a catalyst in the area of minority business development, specifically providing seed capital, being a source of venture capital for several businesses that have now not only been incubated, but have gone on to be very successful minority business enterprises. And it was about 8 or 9 years ago that our chairman, Jesse Hill, was approached with the idea or the proposal of having a business plan competition. And our first decision was to go to the dean of the Clark Atlanta University School of Business and to see if he would be our host dean. And Ed Davis said yes, and that was really the beginning of the OFC Venture Challenge competition, which is now morphed into the business plan competition, which is in its 7th year. This seminar is now in its 6th year, and tomorrow afternoon we will have a economic forum with presidents of several of the HBCUs and other entrepreneurs to talk about policy issues. But this is very, very important. Our mission is to make sure that we get on the curriculums of as many HBCUs as we can entrepreneurship. which is a new front tier. And Ed, I just heard the statistic that I have to share this morning. We were in a briefing last year with Roger Ferguson, who at that time was the vice chair of the Federal Reserve Board, the only African American on the board. And he indicated to us that on a study that they had just done, that minority groups in general had done relatively well in terms of keeping up with income, that we were about 66% of the national average or of the majority, but in terms of net worth, 10%. And so it's incumbent upon us as part of our strategy, making sure that we become people of achieve parity and people of wealth, that we talk about creating larger, more viable entrepreneurs, and that this curriculum of having exposure at the college level and the MBA level is very, very key. And so our charge and hope is that through this seminar that you will go back to become an advocate, and together with Opportunity Funding Corporation and the HBCUs, that we can bridge the entrepreneurial gap. Welcome again.